Hello students. So today we are going to discuss about second chapter, that is polynomials. That is the first exercise, that is 2.1. So what is the polynomials is that it has multiple number of roots. So today in this chapter we'll discuss about our two roots. It's like we have, so here you can see that is equation, that is y equal to p of x, and find the number of zeros in each case. So what is zeros in sense, like how many times the particular line or curve is meeting the x-axis. So as you know, we have two axes in general, that is horizontal then vertical. Horizontal we consider it as x, whereas vertically consider it as y. So in this graph you can see there is no, this is a line and there is no intersecting point with respect to x-axis. So there is no zero for this graph, whereas for this graph you can see they have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So total 4 points are present on x-axis, so number of zeros are 4. And similarly for this graph you can see there are 1, 2 and 3. So for this type of graph we can say that number of zeros are 3. Let's move to the second exercise. So here for that, before we go to the second exercise, I just want to introduce you about two formulas here, that is how to find the roots of a binomial equation. Binomial in sense total number of roots are 2. Bi means of 2, whereas trinomial is 3. So if equation with having 3 roots, that is starting with 3 power 3, 2 and 1. For this type of equation you have 3 roots. And so let's go to the properties. So for binomial equation we have 2 roots as I mentioned, and such that the sum of roots, that is x1 plus x2 equal to minus b by a, whereas product of roots is equal to c by a. This you have to by heart or remember, so that it will be very useful for your exams. Whereas for trinomial equation, the sum of roots, as you mentioned, we have 3 roots. The sum of roots will be equal to minus b by a. The product kind of summation, that is x1, x2, x3, x2, x3 and x3, x1 will be c by a, whereas product of all 3 roots will be equal to d by a, minus d by a. And we have another equation, that is direct formula, which we can use to get directly the roots of a binomial equation. So that is x1 comma x2 equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, where abc as I mentioned here. AB's are the coefficients of the equation. So let's move on to the exercise. So in this exercise, the first question is x square minus 2x minus 8. So this is a binomial equation having 2 roots. So let's find using the method 1, that is using prime factors method. So we can see that by product of AC, that is here we don't have a, that is a equal to 1, and the c is 8. So we need to find the factors of that 8. Factors of 8, as we know, 1, 2, 4 and 8. And here the b part is minus 2. So what we have to do is use this any 2, like 1 into 8 or 2 into 4, and we have to get minus 2. So what we know is minus 4 plus 2 will be equal to minus 2. So then we can directly replace this equation as x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. Here by taking x as common we'll get x into x minus 4, plus again 2 as common we'll get 2 into x minus 4 equal to 0, and again taking x plus 2 here and x minus 4 is common, we get x plus 2 and x minus 4 equal to 0. So finally we get the roots as x plus 2 equal to 0 in sense, if we move 2 to the right side we'll get x equal to minus 2. Similarly here x plus 4 equal to 0, you get, if you move 4 to the right side, you get x equal to minus 4. So x minus 4 equal to 0, so we will get x equal to plus 4. So the roots are x1 equal to minus 2 and x2 equal to 4. Whereas for the method 2, which I mentioned here, using this formula also you can directly get the roots. So the roots are minus b. So here the b is, I'll write again, a equal to 1, b equal to minus 2 and c equal to minus 8. So here minus b in sense minus of minus 2 plus or minus root of b square, that is minus 2 whole square minus 4 into a is 1 into minus 8. Then again we'll get minus of minus 2 is 2, 2 plus or minus root of b square minus 4 is c, that is 4. 4 into 8 is 32, minus and minus is plus, 4 plus 32 by 2. And we'll get 2 plus or minus root of 36 by 2, and root of 36 as we know it is 6, 2 plus or minus 6 by 2. And if you divide it by again, now we can separate, x1 is plus and x2 is minus. So 2 plus 6 by 2 and 2 minus 6 by 2, that is 8 by 2 and minus 4 by 2, you will get 8 by 2 is 4 and minus 4 by 2 is minus 2. You can see both are same, x here and here. So both the methods, using any of the method you can do it. If they ask to find only using prime factors, you have to go with this, or else you can also use this method. Next, it is between the relationship between roots and coefficients. This one, as I mentioned, for binomial equation, the relation is x1 plus h2, that is sum of roots will be equal to minus b by e, whereas product of roots will be equal to c by e. Now we will going to verify this part. So here the sum of roots, that is 4 and minus 2. 4 and minus 2, if we add it, like 4 minus 2 will get 2. And minus b also, if you verify, minus of minus 2 will be plus 2 by 1, that is also 2. So x1 plus x2 equal to minus b by is verified. At the same with the product, x1 x2 equal to 4 into minus 2 is minus 8, c by also will be equal to minus 8. So x1 into x2, that is product of roots, will be is also equal to c by. This is also is verified. Next, this is for the another question, that is 6x square minus 3x minus 7x. Make sure that whatever might be the equation they provide, you arrange it in the required manner, that is starting with highest power, then the second highest power, and then no power. So here it is, they for confusion process they have mentioned in reverse way, that is 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. Let's rearrange to our order, that is 6x square minus 7x minus 3 equal to 0. So here we can notice that a equal to 6, b equal to minus 7, and c equal to minus 3. So let's go with the method one, that is finding the factors of AC. So AC here is 6 and minus 7. Sorry, 6 and minus 3. So 6 into minus 3 will be equal to minus 18. In the factors of minus 18, as we know, it is 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18. So using 2 and 9, as I mentioned, we have to use any two, like 1 into 18 or 2 into 9 or 3 into 6, and you have to find it so that it will become minus 7. So using minus 9 and plus 2, we can get the value as minus 7. So we can write it as 6x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0, and taking 3x as common in first two numbers, it will be like 3x common, 2x minus 3 plus 1 into 2x minus 3, and this will become 3x plus 1 into 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Then x equal to minus 1 will go that side, so minus 1 by 3, whereas the second value will be 3 by 2. In the second method, that is using directly the formula, that is minus b plus or minus b square minus 4s by 2a. So that method, if we do, here as you know, the b is minus 7. So minus of minus 7 plus or minus b square, that is minus 7 square minus 4, and a is 6 and b is minus, sorry, 4ac, yeah, c is minus 3 by 2 into a is 6. So 7 plus or minus 49 plus 72 by 12, and again will be 7 plus or minus 121 by 12, and next one will be 7 plus 121 root, it is 11. So 7 plus 11 by 2, and the x2 will be 7 minus 11 by 2. The next one is 18 by 12, that is if you divide by 4, it will become 6 2s are 6 3s are, and x2 will be minus 4 by 12, and if you divide by 4 1s are 4 3s are, so x1 will be 3 by 2, x2 will be minus 1 by 3. And we need to verify the relationship, that is sum of roots will be equal to minus b by e, and the product of roots will be equal to c by e. And we have another question as example, the same process, 3x square minus 3x square minus x minus 4, a equal to 3, b equal to minus 1, c equal to minus 4, ac is equal to factors of minus 12, like we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So any of the two combination, that is 1, 12 or 2, 6 or 3, 4. So we need to have minus 1. So I am using 4, 3, that is minus 1 plus 3. So 3x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 4. I'm taking the x as common, 3x minus 4 plus 1 into 3x minus 4. And substituting again, x plus 1 into 3x minus 4 equal to 0. We'll get x equal to minus 1 and x equal to 4 by 3. The same way by using the formula method, minus b plus some root of b square minus 4 is by 2e. So in this also method, we can get the results as x equal to 1 plus 7 by 6, and x2 will be equal to minus 1 minus 7 by 6, and you get the results. Next to the relationship, same way, x plus x2 will be equal to minus b by a, and x1 with x2 will be equal to c by. Next, go to the second model of questions. So here what they given is, they have provided you sum of numbers as well as product of numbers, and they're saying that to find the binomial equation for this question. So what they gave is x1 plus x2 equal to 1 by 4, that is minus b by they have provided. The same way x1 x2 will be equal to minus 1, that is c by also they have provided. Let us assume that a equal to 1, because we need to have a one binomial equation doesn't mean that it has to be the exact value. It can be any case, that is scalar product. So assume a as 1, we will get minus b equal to 1 by 4, that is b equal to minus 1 by 4. Same way c equal to minus a, and c is equal to, a is as I mentioned 1, c will become minus 1. So one equation will be typed some k can be any number into a square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where k is any real number. So just substituting a as 1 and b as minus 4 and c as minus 1, we are getting k into x square minus x minus 4 minus 1 equal to 0, and again taking LCM here. LCM, if we take it, it will get 4k into 4x square minus x minus 4 equal to 0. And just as I mentioned, k is real, then 4k will also be real. Just a small correction, it should be k by 4. Yeah. So as k is real, then k by 4 is also real. Then just replacing k by 4 as k1 as another real number. Then k1 will be equal to k1 into 4x square minus x minus 4 equal to 0 is the solution for this quiz. Let's go to the second question, that is x1 plus x2, it is given as 0. x1 x2 will be given as 5, so minus b by equal to 0 and x1 x2 equal to root 5, that is c by e. Assuming a as 1, we'll get b equal to 0 into 1, that is 0, so b is 0, whereas c is equal to 1 into root 5, so c is equal to root 5. Then k into ax square plus bx plus equal to 0, then k into 1x square plus 0x plus 5 equal to 0, then k into x square plus, as b is 0, x square plus root 5 equal to 0, as k is real. Let's go to the last question, that is 4, 1. So here also x1 plus x equal to 4, x1 x2 equal to 1, minus b by equal to 4, c by equal to 1. Assuming a as 1, we get b equal to a into 4, that is 4 into 1 equal to 4, and minus sign will go this side, it will become minus. So b equal to minus 4 and c equal to 1. And just replacing a value and b value and c value here, we will get a value, a is 1, so x square, b is minus 4, x square minus 4x, and c is 1. So this is the binomial equation. So what I will do is, whatever the questions I have solved, I will just take a pics and prepare as a PDF and keep it as in Telegram group, which I will mention in the description as well as in the comment space. If you have any doubts regarding these questions, you can please comment so that I can just check and answer accordingly. Within 1 hour or 5 hours, I'll just try to make the video for the chapter 3 as well. So if you have any doubts, you can meet there. Thank you so much.